Today I'm doing a Incline rain gutter ice dye. I am Grammy and welcome to my garage because that's where I love to do my ice dyeing and dyeing of any kind because we don't want to get our house too messed up. So in this ice dye, I have chosen to do two of the Disneyland 70th anniversary t-shirts. They're made with 100% cotton and are of really good quality, so they are very good subjects to tie-dye. However, you must wash them thoroughly and probably twice because they use a lot of sizing for their shirts to make sure they keep their shape and do not wrinkle easily within the shop. And in this case, we only wash them once, and you'll see what I'm talking about at the end. So for this shirt, I am doing both Papa's and mine identical. And I've decided to shape them in a pattern which will do a sunburst from the center. And I am putting a little bit of pleating in there. By the way, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We really do appreciate your our viewing audience. So I am going to be shaping these shirts as identical as I can, even though they're slightly different sizes. I am going to soak them in soda ash water for approximately 30 to 40 minutes. And for this technique, I am putting a line of dye in rows, starting with Daffodil yellow. Then I am using some dragon fruit, followed with Hydrangea, and then my favorite color of turquoise, followed by electric blue. And then I'm going to repeat the pattern, even though I really didn't need to do that. But I didn't know at the time. Because of course I don't do these beforehand and then figure it out, from my mistakes. You're going to see it as is because each tie-dye shirt is really a unique art. It's hard to recreate, and so there you go. And I really like to do this for fun. I will have some shirts up for sale in our eBay store from time to time. But these were shirts for Papa and I. So I'm going to repeat the same pattern when I put the shirts onto the rain gutter. So I do it where they are both evenly spaced with the Mickeys face up. And then, of course, I'm going in approximately the same level that I did on the rain gutter. I'm doing that on the top of the shirt. I'm using a clothespin to attach the shirt to the rain gutter because this is going to be inclined inside a nice big tub, which will catch all the lovely drippings that will happen as the shirt gets processed. So once I have all the dye in place, then I'm going to put this in the tub and then apply ice to fill the rain gutter, which normally I only do one shirt at a time and I have a lot more space to put ice. In this case, there's not a lot of space. So I literally took at least 3 times to fill ice into this rain gutter to make sure I got the saturation I felt would be the best at getting the distribution of the dye that I wanted. So it's really nice to use a plastic medium like this tub and the rain gutter because they are non-porous. They don't hang on to the dye, and you can reuse them over and over and over. So when it is warm weather, it's the perfect time for ice dyeing because the ice will melt quickly. In the cooler weather, it takes a long time for the ice to melt, and it's really not what we call tie-dye season, or iced ice season, I should say. So again, you're going to add ice on top of your shirt and allow the ice to melt completely. I added ice 3 times. Once that happens, then I will put it away in a plastic bag for 36 more hours to let it batch. And then we wash it out. So we start off with cool water. We want to neutralize all that soda ash in the shirt, and then we gently bring the water up to a warmer temperature and add some Dawn dishwashing soap to the shirts to, again, be their first wash so that it makes the dye be permanent on the shirt, and it allows for the dye to stay in the shirt and not to wander off into other clothes you might wash your tie-dyes with. Now, I talked to you a little bit about sizing. Means it's a coating they have on these shirts to make them look nicer in the store, but as you can see, we didn't get all the sizing out, and the dye did not adhere to the shirt as best as it could have. And this Papa's shirt, I was very disappointed with how the colors were on that shirt. My shirt was a little better, but still I was disappointed. But they're still beautiful shirts. I am going to be proudly wearing mine, and Papa's going to be proudly wearing his when we go to the parks in the future. And I do recommend you going to Disneyland 70th birthday party. They have some fun things there I'm sure you've heard about. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.